on Wednesday, now back on Tuesday, now on YouTube. I'm Nat, that's Dylan. I messed up. I was composing it to, oh, we're live now. Shit, we weren't live before? Were
Nope.
we live for that whole spiel?
Nope. Now we are officially live.
Shit, I have the stream open on another one, so I heard an echo. I messed up. I composed a tweet and everything. I
Mm-hmm.
was already ready to go. Got here early,
Mm-hmm.
and I closed the tab. So, got to redo that.
Awkward.
How are we doing today, Dylan?
I'm doing okay. I'm glad that you got my memo to wear matching shirts. For the record, is that maroon or is it purple?
Um, I think it's not purple. It's like more of like burgundy. I think.
Yeah, I've got like a
Am I not?
burgundy one as well. So
Yeah, this was
that's
unplanned, but
that's totally planned. Totally planned. Welcome
yeah,
everybody. To Tuesday. Now on Wednesday. Now on YouTube. Now back on Tuesday. Now back from hiatus.
I think I did all that, but we weren't live, so you missed it. But I nailed it.
Yeah. Also, now live. Now back on the internet.
Internet.
Yeah, so something I
I
was
got you.
realizing kind of recently was that
Yeah,
every time that we do Twitch Tuesday now, it's either we're back or the return of
it's
because we wait so
always.
long between
This
episodes. So
was
like the last
this
four
was our
episodes are like
longest
we're
break
back.
yet. This was like a
Yeah,
month, wasn't it?
this has been pretty long. This one's been pretty long. Gang Gang says Danny Cost. What's up, Danny? How you
Gang,
doing?
gang.
Gang Gang.
Danny, you want the link?
Yeah, Danny, get in here.
Let me know if you want the link or because you don't have access to the stream area. Like,
Yeah, or you're just hanging out.
but yeah.
Ice
So
cream.
we got some stuff to talk about. I think ice cream's so good. What does that mean?
I don't know what you mean, Danny. Let us know in the chat.
I don't
Yeah,
like
we
that
got some stuff to
terminology.
talk about. But before we get into that, he said, "Okay, sure." So before we get into all that, me and Nat were trying to figure out what we're going to talk about on Twitch Tuesday. Our usual content is talking about shows that we've been watching, movies we've been watching. Because that's
Yeah,
what our
and,
our viewers know us for.
right. And I
But
don't really feel like now is the right time to do that with the whole strike thing going on, and I just feel like it's not the time.
it's not the time.
I obviously I don't want to speak for everyone, but on our channel, but I don't want to I want to support the strike however I
We
can.
are the
If that
channel, Nat.
means
Whatever. We can speak for
we are the
everybody.
channel now. We are the
We can
channel.
speak for all of us.
Um, and I feel like it's the overall opinion of our group. I haven't talked to them about it, but I assume because Paul's
It'll be
doing the same
fine.
thing on his channel.
It'll be fine.
Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, we're gonna be talking about other stuff.
Yeah, so I've delicately laid out a list of things to talk about that are not
Oh shit!
relating to TV shows, not movies, anything related to the ongoing strikes. And we're going to start by addressing all the things that we cannot talk about. So we can't talk about movies, can't talk
No,
about can't talk about anything with writing in Hollywood.
right.
Last I checked, that does not include video games. They're not striking in the video game department or section.
We can talk video games. What are we talking about in terms of video games? What do you have in mind?
I recently just finished Final Fantasy 16.
Oh, nice. I
Yeah.
haven't started yet, but how is that?
Fantastic. I think it is a great new launch pad for what they're trying to do with the franchise now. I think it's also a great entry. I know it's weird to say the 16th entry of a franchise is the one that I think is going to get a lot of new players, but
Yeah,
I feel like 15 was trying to do that, but then they just didn't stick the landing in a lot of ways. I think 16, you're going to come in, and I think like moving forward, this is going to be a franchise. If you play 16 and you really like it, that you're going to be like hanging out. So I think like a new generation of like fans are going to occur post 16.
yeah. So I haven't played it, but I feel like it's probably a good jumping on point for like a new gamer because it's very different from the other Final Fantasy games.
Yeah,
I don't believe it's not turn based. It's like real time combat.
all real.
William Hero says Tears of the Kingdom, which I can safely say that neither of us have played.
Nope, I don't believe in that game. Funny story. While I'm bantering for anything other than movies and television, is that a client I was talking to recently said that they were talking to their dad, and their dad was having some grievances, and then he had told his dad, "Hey, have you thought about talking to somebody about that?" like a therapist. And then his dad said, I don't believe in therapist. And then the client said, do you not believe in therapy or do you not believe in therapist? And he said, no, I don't believe in therapists. And he's like, well, they're real. It's not like unicorns. I have one.
How do you have one instead of the other? You don't have therapy without therapists.
Yes, right. So I think that but he said his dad kept doubling down. He said, no, I do not believe in therapists and what they do. And he's like, but you just said and what they do, which would imply that they exist. So I'm not understanding.
Right.
Like, and he said he just got into the semantic battle for like no less than 20 minutes, right? But like as he said that like therapists don't exist, I like looked at myself and looked at them, looked at myself, looked at them, and I was like, am I fading? Like, is the power of faith like knocking me out of existence? Danny, are therapists real? Yes or no?
What?
Are therapists real? Yes or no?
Yes, but not the
Hot take.
what's it called? Not the one that do on the YouTube. What's that one called?
The
Oh,
therapist on the YouTube?
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
that shitty one
advertisement,
with
the one
yeah.
that the sponsors are.
Oh, that's BetterHelp, right?
Yeah, not that.
Therapist is spelled the rapist. Think about that, says Alan Smithy.
Mm,
Alan,
that's
quit
what we're talking.
outing me, bro. Quit outing me. Stop it. Also,
Wow.
I'm glad to see you, buddy. Gene, you got places to be? What you doing? This girl. Let me show you real quick. Never mind. She hopped off my lap.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah, that client's dad said that they vehemently denied that therapist, not therapy, weren't real. So I love if I make a podcast ever in relation to therapy,
Yeah.
it's
Just
either
do it
going to be therapists aren't real, is going to be the title, or imaginary therapists. Both banger
That's good.
names, in my opinion.
I like them.
I say we should do it. Just do whatever you want. You
That's
have
a
the channel, so.
That'll be a new segment here. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, I make everything I do a podcast. You
Listen,
guys
we need stuff to talk about with the strike and everything, so we'll take as much content as we can.
imagine rapists.
There's a
Well, yeah, that is terrible. You're absolutely right. Present company accepted, of course. Yes. Griffin, can you hold on? Griffin, you got
Okay.
something to say?
You want to know why I said ice cream so good?
No.
Yes. Okay.
No, I don't want to know. Next question.
Okay. No, because Dylan, this is maybe interesting because it's under your therapy field.
Okay.
Have you seen the latest TikTok craze of NPC live chats?
No, I promise you I haven't. It's a TikTok trend, so I wouldn't know.
Yes, I don't know TikTok trend, but I've been seeing it's just popping up everywhere.
We keep
So
changing it
basically-
back.
Deacon.
So basically, like on the live streams, they have like little stickers.
There we go. Okay, I'm listening, but we got to do the triple.
No, like this, so like how we get like the super stickers on here,
yeah.
they give them like
Hey.
little gifts like roses.
Oh, that's neat.
And then
Okay.
what people do is they act like NPC characters and they act out like the actions.
Have
So
you
like,
not
if
heard
there's
about this,
a kid, it
Dylan?
says in
No,
game,
I haven't.
ice
It's a
cream.
TikTok trend. I'm so far behind on TikTok trends at any point.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it's pretty wild
It's just
stuff.
super weird. And people have been going on for like an hour and a half of just acting like an NPC character and acting out like different things.
Yeah. Huh. That's really interesting. I think that's a really quick way to gaslight somebody into thinking that they're insane, though. I tried to get Dairy Queen the other day. It melted immediately, says Harold.
Well, yeah, we live in Arizona, so
Yeah.
Wait, you never had Dairy Queen?
No, what? How are you getting that from that comment?
No, he said I tried to get Dairy. Oh, I thought he said he just tried Dairy Queen like for the first time ever.
What? What do you want? You're on stream. You're right there. You're right there. What do you want? Huh? What do you want? Hold on, guys. What do you want?
okay. Hey, anyone in the chat, if you want to hop on the stream, just let me know. I'll send you a link.
What are we not allowed to talk about now?
We can't talk about new movies and new TV.
So no
Because the
Barbie.
strike is going on and we're showing solidarity.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're not talking
Tell
about
him,
Barbie.
Griffin. Tell
Going to movies are cool still.
them. Going to
Yeah.
movies is cool. We just don't want to talk about it.
I see.
Have you all did the stick and the spoon in a blizzard and turn it upside down?
What about? Wait, Dylan. Did you know that I was convinced that Nat not watch Invincible, and like I had no idea that he'd never
No,
watched the show.
I absolutely have definitely. I'm with you, Danny. I've absolutely seen that. Say like, yeah, super cool.
I was
But,
very
like, never-
confused. So like,
I
It's never affirmed that he's watched it. Oh my god.
so here's the thing. This isn't the first time it's happened, Danny. I think like when season 1 came out, you were talking about like, oh yeah, I'll get to that eventually. And then by the end of season 1, you were trying to talk to me like, Danny, I haven't actually seen it. So
I
I
know.
guess you just
it's
forgot.
like a Magdala
but
effect.
yeah, no, I haven't seen Invincible the show. I'm still trying to catch up on the comics. There's a lot to read. I'm on issue 60, but I'm also reading all the spin-offs and everything too. So it's like
Mhm.
I'm slowly working my way up. I haven't seen The Boys either, so
I
You haven't
have
seen The
only seen the
Boys?
first. I've only seen the first season, of The Boys.
Huh.
no, yeah, I haven't seen any.
Maybe I'm getting Mandela because I swear I've talked to you about The Boys before.
No, we've never talked about The Boys.
You can talk. You can talk about old movies like The Flash, that is #1 non-strike movie of the summer. Note: I don't feel like checking if that's accurate. That's
Yeah, I think we can talk about The Flash, but why would we? You know?
Why would we?
Nah, I didn't watch that.
I'm not watching it. I'm never watching it. I don't care if it's half a Batman movie. You can't trick me into watching that movie. Hard pass.
We got some stuff to talk about though. Like me and Dylan met up for the first time in years over
Yeah.
like last week.
We got to meet up in Arizona. Let me send some pictures into our chat really quick, or they might already all be in there. Thinking about it, yeah, I think they're already in there because we took them and sent them directly to Kelsey while we were there.
Yeah, we sent him to Kelsey. Like let's make Kelsey feel special for like a couple minutes, and then we'll send it to the group.
Yeah,
that's
it
what we
definitely at all didn't have anything to do with stirring her FOMO. That's for sure. Not at all. So
No, not at all. Kelsey never gets FOMO.
Never. That girl?
He doesn't know what that is.
Don't know. For those who don't know, me and Nat know each other in real life too, and we were together about 3 weeks ago. Hey, and I wore my pineapple button up to imply swinging, which I thought was double funny. People, if you know, you know. For those who don't know, pineapple is the symbol of swingers. I knew that.
Hey,
Is that right? I didn't know that.
That's
it
true.
is. Danny knows this. Danny can confirm, and Kelsey will confirm that.
Yeah, of course Danny knows.
Yeah,
Of course I know. Yeah.
of course he does. Now, funny thing is, I didn't know this until after this was bought for me. I think Hannah bought this for me, or I might have bought it. I don't recall. But we had bought that before we found that out. And I just doubled down on wearing it anywhere I go now, anytime I'm with anybody else other than Hannah.
So this isn't common knowledge. You just learned this as well.
I've learned it since I've owned it, but this has been like, I learned that like a year ago, but I've had that like button up for longer than a year, right? Like, yeah. But no, typically it's not common knowledge. I know it because I work as a therapist and I learn a little bit about everything, but specifically non-monogamous relationship education tends to be pretty relevant for sex education updates, which I do keep up with. So
sure.
No.
Is that why Jake has that tattoo of a pineapple? Is that because he's
Jake
definitely.
Bucks.
100%. That's
Jake Bucks parentheses other people's wives.
He's like the opposite of Adam 22.
Exactly. Yeah. So
he's like
Nat, let's while Danny's here, because I know that he'll feel special and incorporated into all this. Let's talk about all the stuff that we did while we were while I was down in Arizona.
Yeah, I never get FOMO.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So it was what's going on?
Yeah, go on ahead. Yeah, sorry. Hannah was coming home from the grocery store, so
so Dylan was in Phoenix for his Final Fantasy tournament thing. So we made a plan to meet up on Sunday where we would hang for the day and then I would take him to the airport. So first step, we went to get some brunch. Very good brunch. Do we have that picture of
the food picture? If I go left or I go right, it's possibly going to be food or it's possibly going to be porn. I don't know which.
Right.
Do I risk it?
It's one of those.
Let's go. You know what? What's the worst that could happen, right?
I think it's right. You would go, isn't it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know
what that is.
That was corn. That was definitely corn.
That
really took a chance.
As TikTok would say, that was corn.
Wait, what is that from?
I don't. Oh, that was a reaction from Kelsey having FOMO gif. Okay, that makes sense.
You were in the Cyberthirst chat.
Yeah.
I thought you were in the regular chat.
No, that's what I was saying. I was in Cyberthirst whenever.
So that's what you're missing out in the Cyberthirst chat, everyone.
Yeah, we posted all that in regular chat. Oh my god, I don't even know how to look that up. Search media.
You got it.
For some reason,
so we had.
Yeah, you got to do it.
I got to do it.
For some reason, in the desktop mode, they don't have the search media function in chat. Like you have to go online.
Well, I have it saved on my phone, so I can just upload it.
Oh yeah,
why
you're
don't
doing
you
better
tell
than
the
me.
story?
Yeah, because it was on your phone. It wasn't on mine.
Yeah, why don't you tell everyone what we did? Well,
food or porn, same thing. Yeah, effectively. But while Nat's queuing up our brother.
Dylan, right here, Smithy has an interesting question.
Sure.
It says, "What fruit is the symbol of the furry community?" What do you think?
Cherries.
Cherries?
Cherries.
Strawberries, because they're little hairs.
Straw hairies, I guess.
Yeah.
Why couldn't it be a coconut? Coconut's more hairy.
Boy, this content just took a nosedive as soon as I was out.
I don't know if there's an official. I don't think there's an official fruit. Like I think we're spitballing this. There's nothing official, right? Strawberry isn't official yet.
No, it's not.
Guys, it's obviously
asking you your opinion. What you think would be the symbol of the furry community?
Now that I've said coconut, I'm gonna kind of go with coconut. But for the record, is coconut a fruit?
Yes.
All right. Nat committed. Let's see if Nat's a fucking idiot. Is coconut a fruit? The first response, and despite the word nut in its name, coconut is a fruit. Good job, Nat. You passed the test.
Thank you.
Can I help you? Okay, that was you. No. I thought the cat or dog Griffin had
knock on the door.
Anyway, everybody, please welcome my to the stream my wife, Hannah. After several long weeks.
Hi, Hannah.
Hi.
So is that a kiwi? Oh, kiwi would be a good. Hannah, what is the fruit?
I said kiwi. Did you not hear me?
No, but we're gonna give Hannah the credit.
That was my answer. It's obviously kiwi.
What should be, because there's not one, but what should be the official fruit representative of the furry community? Because you know that pineapples are swingers.
The furry community?
Furries. Mm-hmm. I said cherry right away, but after saying coconut, I was like,
then you said coconut.
I don't know why, but I was gonna say carrot because it looks phallic for one, but also I think of like rabbits. I don't know.
Yeah, rabbits would be.
Is a carrot a vegetable or fruit?
That's a vegetable.
That's a vegetable.
Womp, 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 womp. Can we get a soundboard?
Well, no, because tomatoes are or fruits.
Yeah. This is, you know what, Mike Deacon, if you're still in chat, this is what I miss about not being over on their channel, is they just have a soundboard ready for everything. We really need to update our info to have a soundboard.
Jake, if you're in the chat, we need a soundboard.
Jake won't even get his emotes. He ain't listening. If Jake was in chat, he would just be in the stream right now. Nat, did you find those pictures that we can show to the stream and make everybody jealous? Okay, so for those,
I was waiting for
from your date.
Yeah. Wow. This is what we ordered.
Oh my gosh, what did you get, Dylan?
So that on the bottom or the top left.
That's mine. Top left.
Yeah, on the top left is biscuits and gravy. Okay. And that's a pair of sausage.
Is that bananas?
Yes, I had a banana Foster.
I love bananas Foster.
Yeah, and then what is like kind of like oatmeal, but not really.
What do you mean?
It was fancy oatmeal. Like it had golden raisins and other shit in it.
Well, that's still oatmeal.
So anyways, and then on Nat's, you have a very beautiful s'mores pancake, if I recall correctly.
That's a s'mores, huh?
Big pancake.
Yeah, and then side of fruit.
I couldn't finish it.
What was it that you didn't get? What was the thing that we had to ask for?
It was like hash or something.
Yeah, it was a special hash. That's what it was.
Yeah, it was, but it wasn't like potatoes. It was like
they were very clear that it wasn't like hash browns like standard. It was very It was very West Coast. I remember thinking this meal was very West Coast in a way I didn't hate. And when I say West Coast, for those who don't know what I mean by that, I mean that over fancifying it for really no particular reason. You know, like
just to be like, hey, we're West Coast, we're different.
Yes, exactly. You know, like I think that's something, and I love the West Coast, but I think they do that a lot.
East Coast better.
East Coast is trash, bro. What do you mean?
No. That's one.
Let's move on from
on that together.
So what else did what other pictures do we have for this?
That's it. That's all the pictures we have.
Those are
That's
the only
all.
two
Me and Nat did not take many pictures in this whole thing.
That's it.
Wait, no, we should have got pictures from our adventures at the end of the day, but we'll get there.
We don't have those on my phone.
You have a QR code for it, though, I thought.
I do?
Yeah, you have a QR code from the thing. I'm not going to say what
shit.
yet.
Let me check that.
Okay, you check that.
That Bananas Foster looks amazing.
It was
Let me
very
take
good.
this off. This.
Bananas Foster's French toast. That's what it was.
Yum.
Yeah. West Coast has committed crimes against pizza. Do tell, Harold.
Yeah.
I don't
He's
know if
not
I've
wrong.
ever had pizza on the West Coast.
I know I have. I grew up on the West Coast. So I had
Besides
good
that
pizza.
really bad pizza we got in Vancouver.
Oh, yeah, that's Canadian pizza. They're all bad up there.
Mhm.
So, the rest of the day, me and Nat were exploring and hanging out, and we ended up going to watch a movie because, of course, me and Nat are together. We're going to go watch a movie.
We can't talk about said movie, I don't think.
We won't talk about the movie, Gene,
Hey, Chong.
because we're currently showing solidarity for the strikes, so we're not going to do that. But
We did see Joyride. We can mention that, but we can talk about our
That's-
experience before the movie.
oh yeah, so.
I heard about this.
So first of all, me and Nat, we pull up, and for the record, Nat doesn't live in Phoenix. He came up to visit while I was in Phoenix, so it's his first time there. First time I'm there. We go to this the closest theater, I guess, that we could find to go watch Joyride, and there's a separate parking garage that we could park next to that was like literally right next door to this huge building that the theater was in. So first of all, we pull up and go into the wrong lane. There's 2 lanes to drive into. We go into the right one. We should have went to the left one that puts us into the parking garage. We go into this right one. It just takes us around like the back of the building. And we were following a guy, so we felt less stupid. And then another person came in behind Nat, so we felt even less stupid that everybody else was getting baited by this one alley.
Yeah.
So anyway, pull into the parking garage. We get in. Okay, great. So remind you real quick for those at home, Phoenix was hot. And it was record hot when we were there. It was like what, 120?
It was like what, 100? Yeah, somewhere around there. It was. That's not an
121,
exaggeration.
123, something like that, dude. It was something nuts hot. So me and Nat get out of this parking garage and imagine like a big square, right? Because that's what this building is. It's like a block. Like it takes up a whole block of itself. And me and Nat are like, cool, there's doors right there. We go up to the doors are closed. They don't open from the outside. We're like, fuck. Okay, well, clearly this isn't the box office. So we're on this side, all right? We're walking down the road. We go around the block. Now we're on this side. We see more doors. We go up to it. Same fucking problem. They're outdoors only. We're like, okay, sure. We're walking down this block. We go around the other end of the block. It is so hot. These are very, very long, like, stretches, too. Like, no joke. This felt like a quarter mile every time we were going around, like, one of these corners. We go around the next corner. This is the 3 or 4. We're running out of square at this point. We go up to the doors. There's no fucking doors that open up to this. I start screaming at Nat like, dude, it's so hot. Are there not doors to get into this theater? Is this a prank? Like, I don't know. I genuinely thought he might have been fucking with me for a little bit, to be honest. So then we go to the 4th part of this square. There's 4 sides to any square. There's no other ways that they like.
There's 4 sides to any
Square. There's no
guys
reason.
didn't know?
Yes.
Now you do.
So we go to this part and we can't find the fucking doors. We find doors, what appears to be the entrance to like a bigger part of this building, because it looks like it's part of like ASU or something, right? Like it's part of like
It was ASU.
Yeah, it was like this theater was a part of like a bigger thing of like Arizona State University.
Wow.
So like we go into doors to try to find our way over to the theater, because it's like, imagine now that we've reached the front, it's like hitting like a huge mall, you know, but you have to go in to get to the departments, right? So we get into like the entry and we're like, how do we get to the theater? And we're looking left, we're looking right, there's an elevator, none of which takes us to the movie theater. We're like, nah, I don't think this is right. And we're both just like, what the fuck is this building? We're never gonna get into this theater. So we get out of the building, we keep walking down, and we eventually find the box office and the entranceway to this place, right? I'll read the chat here in a second. I'm sure you guys are killing it, though. So, literally, we make it to the box office. We're waiting in line. Nat's got to buy my ticket because he already pre-ordered his ticket. And because we were trying to outflex each other with who could buy more what. I bought brunch. He bought the ticket, though, because he's a sweetie. So, Anyways, we get up to the box office. He started talking about some other movie and then orders a ticket for that movie. And
so we were trying to see Joyride, but I was like, hey, one ticket for Past Lives. Very different movie.
Yeah, that goes. He started like looking up there, and I could tell it just replaced like the word just switched with his mouth versus his brain. And he's like, "Look for Past Lives," and she's like, "All right, pick a seat." And he started to pick a seat, and I heard it, and I'm just waiting to see if he catches it. And I'm like, "Nat, we're watching Joyride, right, buddy?" And he's like, "Yeah, hey, sorry about that. Can I get one for Joyride?" And for the record, the woman was already very annoyed. The woman before us in the box office was like very, very old and was struggling to understand any of the technology of this day and age. So he was like, "What?" One of those ones.
What?
Yeah, they were like, "You can pick a seat," because they have like a monitor where it shows you the whole like all the seats. And she was like, "Go ahead and pick your seat," and she was like, "Huh?" Like very. Yeah, like you can tell the woman that was like working the box office is like, "Fucking kill me." And then Nat goes up there and he's like, "One for Past Lives, please."
JK.
Actually, never mind. I said a not thing that I meant.
That's not what I meant at all. Actually,
I meant the other Asian movie. It was the other one.
Yeah,
they're all the same.
I know. Okay, Jake. Right. So literally, he gets the ticket sorted out. We're like, "All right, cool, thank you." I'm just laughing at Nat's expense because I'm like, that's such an organic like. Of course it is moment because now we're just so stressed and fried from walking a mile around this building and way too hot of sun.
Thing is, I've had moments of like that where I'm like at a bar or something and I get up to the bar and I've been like waiting forever and I'm like so flustered because it's like I've been waiting forever and I know they're in a hurry or something and they're like, "Okay, what do you want?" And I know what I want. There are only like a handful of things I might order at the bar, but then I'm like, I want a Blue Moon, and so I never drink that.
Never drinks Blue Moon.
But I'm like, why did I order that? I don't even really drink like beer because I don't really drink carbonated things, and so they're like, "What?" And I'm like, "I mean, like a shot of grenadine," and they're like, "What the fuck? Why would you even want that?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I don't even remember what I drink anymore."
Right.
Like
Grenadine.
Yeah, if it was like drinks or something, then in that situation, I would just take in the drink and just like
you
save everyone trouble. I don't want to inconvenience anyone.
That 100% would have been like a yes, thank you for whatever.
I would have enjoyed that Blue Moon, but I had already bought my ticket for Joyride, so I was just buying Dylan's.
Yeah, there was no way we were about to just go watch Past Lives.
Like, we're not gonna.
That would not be the good movie to watch.
Yeah, Nat literally was like, "All right, I'm gonna go watch Joyride. You watch Past Lives. Tell me how that is." We'll meet up after the movie.
A movie that's like twice as long.
Yeah. So, anyways, we finally get the tickets sorted out. We start walking to the box office. This is the first bit of shade. So here's what I want you to imagine. You got the box office outside, and then just behind the box office, it's like, the under part of the walkway into the theater.
But keep in mind, it's still very, very hot.
Yeah, very, very hot. As we're going around the corner, towards the walkway, I look down and like a couple steps away from both me and Nat is a very human-sized piece of shit. Like, and I don't mean a human that was a piece of shit person. I mean just like a big pile of actual shit.
Human feces.
Like a Jeff Goldblum, that is a huge pile of shit, piece of shit. Wow. You know what I mean? And like it had a footprint in it already, not from me or Nat, but like we were heading towards it because me and Nat at that point are pretty fried mentally. Yeah. So I was like, Nat.
It was on Dylan's side, and we were walking. Yeah. I wasn't paying attention. I was
not a bit.
Down, and like there was like soda spilling on the floor. So I was looking at that, and then he was like, "That's some shit right there." And I turned around like, "Yep, that is shit. That is actual shit."
And I was like, "Where did you take me, Nat? What is this theater?" He just kept insisting. I've never been here, bro. I don't know. So, anyways, we get into the theater. The theater is huge fucking mungus, and it runs like 4 movies. It makes no fucking sense. I'm sure that the rest of these
Joyride, Past Lives, and 2 other movies.
Yeah, that was it. So then we're trying to go to find the bathrooms, which should be up front and very readily available. False. Mm-hmm. We went to the men's bathroom.
I forgot about this.
We go to the men's bathroom, closed off. Women's bathroom, open. We're like, okay. And it splits 2 ways, right? Imagine a lobby and then 2 lanes, right? We're like, okay. Well, we start going down the way towards our movie, and we see bathrooms again. We're like, okay. only women's bathroom, no men's bathroom. And I was like, what the fuck? That's so weird. We just passed a working women's bathroom. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's split down the hallways. Maybe the men's one's in the other one. So we go back to the lobby, back to down the other hallway. Bathroom, women's only, not men's. And I'm like, what the fuck, Nat? Where are the bathrooms for men? No wonder people are taking shits out here. There's no bathroom for you.
You couldn't find a bathroom.
So, anyways, we go back to the lobby, back down the hall, continue to keep looking, and then we get to another T intersection where we see finally a pair of bathrooms, and there's the women's one, and we keep walking, but just past it is the men's one. And I'm like, okay, I don't know why there was 4 women's bathrooms to 1 man bathroom, but whatever. Fine. Fuck my patriarchy fantasy up. So
I will say the entire city of Phoenix is very poorly designed. Just the entire city.
Dude, the whole city's a mess. Yeah.
From the streets to the movie theaters, it's a mess.
It's a whole mess, right? So we get into the bathroom, and the entire time, because you know me, I think everything is content. We were sitting there, and I forget what song was playing. Let's just say
it was Glad You Came by The Wanted.
Glad You Came, yes. So we're listening, we're at the urinals, and Glad You Came is playing. Da, na, 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 na. And I just kept thinking to myself, this would be a really great clip to record to send to anybody. He's just like me and Matt at urinals at the eye level, and just Glad You Came was playing in the background. It's like, I just had a mood, and I decided not to because that feels illegal.
It's very much illegal, yeah.
Yeah, and at any point, a third party walking in, that is incredibly hard to explain. But most guys are just going to be like, I'm going to go use the stalls, and then they would just go use the stalls, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I don't record me and Nat peeing, although I thought that would be very funny and good content.
Yeah.
Very good content.
There's certain websites you have to.
Right, I know. Yeah, somebody would pay for it. So we get to the theater. We finally sit down. We take our seats. We're 1 seat down from the rail for where we could prop our feet up, which was pretty harsh, but we eventually could move into those spots. Nat, do you want to tell everybody, because I've been talking about this for a minute now, what was our experience like when we got into the theater? Do you recall?
I how could you forget? So we go to sit down. I had planned, because I always plan to like pick the seat with the footrest, so I can have my seat in the footrest. And I think it was like, let's just randomly say like F11 or whatever.
Yeah.
G11. I bought Dylan G12 thinking it would be like the footrest. It was actually G10. So Dylan was like, had half his foot on like a footrest.
I have one of my legs on the foot rail, Nat's full rail. I'm half a rail on it.
And I just felt so guilty. I was like, I'm so sorry, Dylan. Well, if no one's sitting in the seat next to me, we'll move down. And sure enough, we do after the previews were over. But the movie itself, this is probably the worst. So I go to movies like multiple times a week. This is probably the worst theater audience I've ever watched a movie with.
Hands
down. It was so bad.
Hands down the worst audience.
It's not even close. So the guy next to me and the guy behind us would just not stop laughing at every little thing. It's like they've never seen a comedy film before. They were like, I was missing jokes because they kept laughing like hysterically. It's like they weren't. It was like fake laughter. It sounded like fake laughter. Like they were like just overplaying and everything. So that was throughout the entire movie. Joyride is a very funny movie, but it wasn't that funny. Yeah. And in the row in front of us were these 2 guys with the thick country accents.
They sounded like they came from Kentucky too, right? Like I was literally like, why the fuck are 2 of my like hick brethren out here reviewing this movie? Like every trailer incredibly loud, right?
Yeah, they were just talking throughout the entire time, but not like whispering anything. They were talking louder than their normal volume. They were just like trying to talk over the movie the entire time. Yeah. And Dylan, like before the movie starts, he was like, "Hey, what are the chances these guys just like leave because they get offended by something and leave?" Very high. It's Joyride. It's like people of color, and these people are probably. You know, they're I don't know what they're doing in this movie.
We just assume that they're very racist, right? Like,
and they just would not stop talking throughout. They would comment on every little thing. Even like the previews there, where they showed a preview of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie and the Meg. It was like, that looks pretty good. Or the Teenage Mutant Ninja movie. Yeah, they're like, they're still doing that.
No, like the Teenage Mutant Turtle ones, like the trailer would go on, and as soon as the trailer went off, right, and it was quiet, the lull between trailers, you would hear, Yeah, I don't know about those green turtles. I didn't know they still made another one. Yeah, it's weird, right? Like literally at very loud volume. Like
they were right next to each other. There's not a seat between them. They didn't have to talk that loudly.
Screaming at each other in this theater. The Meg trailer comes on, and in lulls of the trailer, in the middle of the trailer, you would hear, yeah, Jason Statham. Oh, who is he from again? Yeah, he's in those Fast and Furious movies. And me and Nat I'm just looking at Nat like, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit.
Like, I think the Expendables trailer came out, and they were like, Stallone! Like,
yeah,
come on.
God,
oh, it was so bad.
Dudes. Yeah, literally every
so
time.
They kept
it
this
felt
up.
like, you know what it felt like, Nat? It's like when you play along to Movie Trivia Schmodown, and the dumbest, easiest question comes up that you know, like, and you're like, this is the answer. It felt like that, but they were just doing it live with every trailer, and they were creating their own questions, right?
Yeah. So I do that when I'm alone in my house with no one around me to hear me.
Yeah.
We were like trying to enjoy the movie, guys. just kept talking.
This theater was like at a third capacity. It had a fair amount of people in it, but these two were just like giving
I was
their
just
all.
like waiting for someone else to say something, but everyone was just as obnoxious as those two.
Yeah.
Like,
everybody just waited until the movie started to be as ridiculous as those two guys. But I think my favorite comment from that, though, Nat, was me looking to you at one point and being like, this is how we are perceived by some people. You know that, right? Like not annoying at movies, but like two very loud people who keep putting their voice out there and not getting told to stop. Like
that's very true. Very true. William Harris says, sounds like Phoenix. You're telling me,
bro.
So yeah, they did end up leaving in the middle of the movie, like I had predicted. That Dylan had predicted would. So
called it.
Yeah,
they left. That movie was too much for them.
What
too liberal, too women, too liberal, too feminist, too whatever. They would not have made it through Barbie. They would have got 10 minutes into Barbie and they would have fucked off. That's
I thought they were gonna stay because they were laughing along to some of the jokes. Like
they started to laugh early, but the beginning of the movie's humor. This is what we'll say about the humor. I think here I get why though, right? The beginning of the movie's humor is like, if you're not in on the joke, you could think that the joke is on the Asians, right? Like it's the white guy.
That's true. That's true.
The white ally boss is making everybody is like, oh, I didn't know you were, first of all, they're making like women jokes.
Yeah.
And then they're making like Asian jokes, right? And it's like at the expense of Asian characters. So they're probably hanging for these ones like, hell yeah, brother. Like
right. So you think they were laughing at the Asians, not with the Asians.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, because the movie's doing tongue in cheek. The movie's doing it with the intent of showing you this is what it's like. Right?
Yeah. They're poking fun of the people who are being racist, not actually the victims of the racism.
Yes.
But they probably took it a different way.
They're poking fun at people who say they're allies, but then would sit there and promote somebody because they're Asian, right? Or like would do stuff like that. Like a joke later on in the movie, right? So spoilers for Joyride, I guess. Somebody gets fired from a certain job. I'm not going to spoil what. It's actually kind of important. Anyways, so somebody gets fired from their job. And the boss, who claims to be an ally, was sitting there like, and listen, this isn't because you're Asian. I fired a white guy just this week. All right. So like, this is not because you're, that's a joke that's like, those guys would find funny. They're like, yeah, see, he is not being racist or whatever. And it's like, you're missing the whole fucking point of why that's actually funny.
Yeah, but that's not a joke.
Yeah, that's still, you get it. You guys get it. I'm talking to the right people.
Okay.
So yeah. And then the movies.
Did you get any kind of read on them when they like left, or were you just glad that they were leaving?
I was just glad that the literal embodiments of who are those?
I mean, were they sitting there checking their watch, saying, "Oh, look at the time"?
No, they didn't make it they didn't make a scene on their way out. They definitely creeped their way out of it. Who are the two guys?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't notice.
Yeah, who are the two guys from Muppets? The duo that's always roasting
the old
people?
man.
Yeah, the old guy.
Yeah.
Like up in the balcony.
In the balcony.
Yeah, those two guys.
Yeah.
That's who they were.
I don't know. In Muppets Christmas Carol, they're Marley and Marley.
Yeah. So these guys were Marley and Marley. They were the shitty versions of like the funny versions of those characters, right? So yeah, those guys left, which missed out because they showed full frontal vaginal nudity and internal vaginal nudity, which I thought was interesting.
Well,
What?
Yeah,
Waldorf and Statler is the name of this.
Waldorf and Statler. Thank you. Yeah.
what now?
Yeah, girl dong is hung in this movie, and they also show the outside and the inside.
Well, wait, and it's rated R?
Yeah.
You should
Well,
go see
the
it,
inside
Dan. I think you'll like it.
was CG though. Like,
Yes, I was going to
listen,
say.
if you're intrigued, go watch Joyride. It's worth a watch.
We're not gonna review Joyride right here.
We're not reviewing Joyride because we're standing in solidarity with the writers. We're not talking about.
You're just talking about the experience of it.
Yes.
The movie.
Yeah.
Other than that, Joyride was like probably as funny as if I watched like The Hangover with more Asian jokes. Right.
Right.
Like
Good.
funny enough, but
That's
some
fine.
people
Some
in this
thought it was
movie
really funny.
fucking cackled every time. Like this was the funniest movie they've ever seen in their life, guys. We promise you.
It's crazy
Literally, that's
because me and
the only
Dylan were
movie
the
I've
closest
ever-
people to these two people who would not stop laughing. They're
Yeah.
literally right next to me and right behind us.
Yes.
That was insane.
When we went to see Barbie, you were saying like the people behind us
Yeah.
evidently were so loud. I did not notice them at all.
Yeah, you were.
So I don't
you
know
were in the
if
zone.
it's the shape of my ears, they point especially forward.
Yeah.
Or like what? I remember hearing the people on the other side of you kind of chittering.
No, the ones
like a little bit of chatter,
Yeah.
but not like anything that was disturbing at all. Like I couldn't even make out what they were saying.
Yeah.
But evidently, like the people, I guess, behind like our friends that were next to us were like just having a grand old time.
Mhm.
And I heard none of it.
Yeah. I was picking up on their annoyances, and it was I'm 2 for 2 for movies with bad crowds recently. But the Phoenix crowd, hands down, it's the worst crowd I've ever been to. And I live in a college town, right? We've been in packed movie theaters
Oh, yeah.
where they put lasers, like they've done laser pointers on the screen sometimes, and you have to be like, not that shit.
Oh.
You have to yell. You have to yell at the whole fucking theater. Quit that shit. Like you actually have to do that at our theater sometimes.
That's the
Our
worst.
theater is like, but well, we have two,
We have 2 theaters. Yeah, we're pretty big.
and because we're a big city.
I would take all of that. I would take Baby at what movie was it, Hannah? Do you remember what movie the baby was at? Like somebody brought an infant and we were like, that's not appropriate at all.
Oh, I do. It was The Hobbit.
The Hobbit, yeah.
And we were, oh gosh, we walked into this movie and we see this woman bringing in a small baby with her. And
Like,
we were like,
Not
and
even
we were
6
like,
months.
Oh no.
No.
We were like,
No.
and so she like previews start and the baby starts to get a little fussy.
Yeah.
She whips out a boob
Yeah.
and like feeds the baby. Baby goes to sleep. Not a peep from that baby the entire time.
That movie, that baby was like, these Hobbit movies suck. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, that baby was like, she
He was-
knew
he
the
was-
baby was coming,
Yeah.
and that baby went to sleep.
That baby sucked less than The Hobbit did.
That baby was the best.
Was
like,
it an infant or just a real Hobbit?
It was like,
Cecily.
but the thing is, I remember that was a movie where there was someone behind me that was like
Annoying.
that had commentary about everything, and I was
Yeah.
like, how is it that the infant was the best audience member at this show?
Why? Why are people
I was
this
like,
way?
that was a plot twist.
Yeah. And it was Desolation of Smog too. You guys know how long that movie is? There's a dragon in that movie.
That baby was out. Like
Yeah, that baby got the itis, bro. That kid was.
that was funny though. She was just like, hey guys, watch this.
Yeah.
And-
Gulp, 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 and then that kid was out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would take 2 of those babies over 2 of those grown men
I know.
in the fucking
Yeah.
theater.
I would have
Yeah.
taken a theater full of like
Titties and babies.
Yeah.
babies. Like
Can we just get a theater of titties? That'd be pretty sick.
theater
Like,
of titties.
yeah,
That's what like strip clubs kind of are.
kinda, but
Except not here because
No.
they have to wear pasties.
Kentucky is not a full news.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, I know.
Only in Kentucky because they can't afford legit pasties.
Yeah.
Sometimes they use band-aids.
Yep.
Or Scotch tape.
Yeah.
They'll like,
Like,
they
yeah.
have, like, they'll like cross 2 band-aids
Uh-huh.
The boob
How
tape that you
expensive
get.
are pasties? It can't be that much, right?
The
Not
boob
very.
tape that you saw at Target.
Maybe a couple
Yeah.
dollars, but by God, they weren't getting them.
And you can like get like the boob tape or whatever to like reuse them. I mean, you do not have to use Band-Aids.
It was the poorest display possible. Bowling Green is just big enough to have stuff.
That's another story for another time.
Yep. But anyway, so me and Nat watched Joyride. We get out of the movie. We're like, okay. We look at my
Yeah,
flight.
I figured something to do because Dylan's flight isn't for like a few hours.
We still have hours, right? And I was like, all right, bro, what do you want to do? And he's like, I don't know, bro. What do you want to do? And I said, Nat, you can't do this.
We're not
do
good
this with
planners.
Hannah every single day.
Imagine if Alex was with it. She would be so mad. Because
Alex would be screeching that we didn't have a plan figured out from the very beginning, right? Like,
That's funny.
we didn't even plan where we would have our brunch until like.
No, we didn't know we had it figured out to like 2 or 3 places, right? So, Alan Smithy says post-it notes. I'm guessing that's referring to titties and the titty coverage, Hannah. Literally, I would prefer that over Band-Aids. So you can at least look under a post-it note.
Oh yeah, there's I can get that.
Yeah. They are pretty flimsy though. They probably fall right off. Not the point. Anyway, so me and Adam are trying to figure out what to do next, and we're looking at all of these things to do in Phoenix, and a lot of things
Everything's
were
outside.
Everything was outside, and we're like,
120 degrees. We're not paying out outside.
Outside is way too hot. There were 1 or 2 things that looked kind of cool, but it was still 120 something degrees, and we were not fucking doing that. So, me and Nat ended up going to an escape room. Now, Nat, you had never done an escape room before to this point.
No. I played Escape Academy on my Xbox, but I haven't done an actual escape room.
Never changed, Nat. Never changed.
William Hero says there's probably a Subway in Phoenix. We should have went to Subway.
Yeah, we should have went to Subway. We fucked up there. We actually should have at least just gotten a picture outside of Subway with both of us, like with our backs turned.
Oh, we should have done that.
God damn it!
Missed opportunity.
All right, well, we'll do that whenever you fly into Bowling Green.
Yeah, you got Subways in Bowling Green.
We've got like no less than 12 Subways. Unironically, we do have about 10 to 12 Subways in Bowling Green. I'm not making that number up.
And for the size of town we have, that's a lot. Although a good portion of them are on campus.
That's true.
Sense.
Yeah, a lot of them are on Western's campus, so that's fair. But anyways, so we end up going to an escape room. And I've done a couple escape rooms, so I have an idea of what I'm getting into. Nat, this is your first time going to escape room. So we go in, they're like, here's your waiver. We've got a couple rooms. What difficulty do you want? And Nat looks at me and he's like, I don't know, bro. What? He's like, there was like
so they have two options that were open. It was the 6 out of 10 difficulty and the 8 out of 10 difficulty.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I told Nat, it does not matter. We are not passing this escape room. We're too fucking stupid. I said, let's do the 6 out of 10 because you know what? Let's at least feel good about it, right?
So real quick, I don't have the picture. They didn't send me a QR code.
They gave you a QR code.
No, they didn't.
Then they sent it to your email.
No, it was not in my email. I checked.
Are you sure? Check your junk.
So I think they said that they were gonna like post it on Facebook or something. They haven't posted it.
Yeah, no, they gave you a thing with a QR code on it, and they said you scan that and it goes to their Facebook, and that's where your pictures will show up.
Oh shit! Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have it.
Oh my god! We have like
I can go look for it while you explain what happened.
Yeah, I'll explain it. Here, you go look up the one escape room we did in Phoenix and try to find its Facebook page. So, anyways, me and Nat, we signed up for this escape room, and it's like something. I don't remember what the name of it exactly was, but I'll just call it like Merlin's Library or something, right? So it's like, ooh, fancy, right? So we go in, and it's a room that's like probably the size of my bedroom. So if you're looking for context, it's like
this isn't your bedroom.
Well, okay, my game room then, Hannah. Be semantics here.
Well, I mean,
there's not even a bed. I know, Hannah. I know. Okay, just let me do my stream. Okay, just let me do my stream.
Person who lived here before didn't even use this as a bed.
No, they didn't. No.
No.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye. I guess I'm leading this now.
No, don't do that. So, anyways, so we go into this Merlin's library. It's a fairly decent sized room, and it has this big painting separating it into what looks like a painting that'll open up and go into another room. Spoiler, it did. So, anyways, me and Nat are in this puzzle room, and if you've never done an escape room before, what they'll do is they'll have a big TV that will every now and again on a set time give you a clue if you don't fucking get what you're doing, right? So like I think it was like every 10 minutes it started to give us a clue, and then it started giving us more like towards the last like 20 minutes because they're like, all right, you guys are not gonna fucking get this. So me and Nat go in there, and for the first few minutes we're just fucking fidgeting with everything. We're like, all right, what moves, what doesn't do this? And I'm like, all right, Nat, here's the thing. They want this place wants us to overthink things. We can never overthink an escape room. It's always like a lot more simple than you think because they're banking on fucking the everyday idiots to come in here and do this, right? And we're at least a little smarter than them. We just met 2 of the fucking everyday idiots at the theater, and I think we do better in that escape room than those 2 guys. So we go in, we're like fidgeting with things, we're moving stuff around, and the first puzzle was like, you have to figure out the names of these ingredients based on books that were in the library. So we had to find like the loose books, and there was like 8 black loose books that we had to go find, right? So we're digging around all this room, we're finding them, we're pulling them, and then we're like, all right, well, what order is it? And it's like, use this constellation map, and there's like several things that you're always cross-referencing in the room to make this whole puzzle make sense. So we're doing this, we're cross-referencing, we line them up, we're like, okay, we lined up in order, now what? And then we're like, but no, really, now what? We don't know. And we were immediately stuck in the puzzle. And like, as I was doing this, I told Nat, I was like, this would make such excellent content to watch us stumbling through escape rooms. People in the chat. And then Nat literally was like, all right, Dylan, let's just hang out and not do something that's content for other people. And I'm like, okay, probably right. So anyway, we never did, but we admitted it would have been great content.
It would have been great content. So I found the QR code, but it's just to the Facebook. So if you want to pause the video and scan that, that's to their Facebook page.
Oh my God! Hold on.
Post their picture.
Let's it back up. I wanna go to their Facebook. Hold on. So let me get my camera up. Okay.
So it's called Puzzle Effect in Phoenix.
Puzzle Effect. That's right. It's not scanning. Why is it not scanning? Is it not scanning because I'm scanning a QR code through a screen?
That's probably it.
Why does it do that? That's so weird. I'm not getting a QR code.
Oh, you found it?
Yeah,
I got it.
You got it? All right, Danny. Load it up, and then we'll share your screen.
Okay.
All right. Well, Danny gets our.
Well, no, it's into here.
There it is. It just goes to the Facebook page.
Yeah,
okay,
but I don't. There's no picture of you.
Nuh-uh.
There's no pictures of us.
So I've been following the Facebook page. They have not posted it.
They haven't.
There's not a picture of you. There's just these people in a cowboy hat.
We're not hot enough.
God damn.
What do they look like?
Yeah, what do they look like? Show us that. Show us.
Like
that.
dorks.
Cowboy
Like
hat.
dorks. That looks like the guy
Well,
that's on the movie theater.
If these guys are watching the stream, you're not dorks. We appreciate you.
Yeah, sorry guys.
See that guy's a cowboy hat.
Yeah, these guys look like very young fellows.
Are those the guys from the theater?
No, they were.
That's what I thought. Here's some scientists.
Oh, those scientists.
Yeah, so that was the 8 out of 10 difficulty that we passed up on.
Yeah, so
they got to wear like lab coats and everything.
We need to like clean. That couch looks like a mess.
Yeah, it is a mess. So, anyway, me and Nat are doing this puzzle.
There's definitely no pictures of you.
We feel like, God damn, I hate them. We spent like $80
I've been checking. They haven't posted it.
How dare they?
Well, maybe those people went like 2 months ago, and they're just very, very.
No, I think they just don't post losers.
They posted dates, and
there's nothing.
We were. Oh my God. Anyways, me and Nat are doing this puzzle. We're a little ahead on the curve. We get
maybe the photos didn't turn out because you're both vampires.
Maybe. So we get to the 40-minute time, and we're actually ahead of that clue. And we're like, all right,
we're fucking killing it, man.
Dude,
we're like doing so good.
And what happens every single time when you do these escape rooms? We got hung up on locks, bro, twice.
These locks are because it was hot even inside.
Dude, it was hot in that room. Yeah.
Yeah, it was so hot. And I was like, I'm sweating so much. I was like, I can't figure out this lock right now. It's like every time you move a number, the number before it goes to a different number.
Yeah, it was like 4 numbers, and it was like a slidey wheel, right? So you had to very, very specifically, it was like 5, 4, 3, 2, right? Every time you move 2, the 3 would move with it. And we're like, damn it, things like. So it took us forever to figure out that lock. And then a lock is what killed us at the end. We were on a roll. We actually might have made it at the end, but the last lock was like, we didn't notice it had a white line on the back end of it. It was reversed for some reason. So, yeah. Anyways, we, to nobody's surprise, we do fail the escape room, TLDR.
We failed. We came close, though, because the lady showed us how to like do it at the end, and what we would have done if we had more time.
We had like
we were so close
left. We were very close. Yeah. But I remember thinking like, no, there was a really cool thing in the puzzle room, right? So they had it where you could in the room behind the photo, you could they had like a green like dust, red dust, and like a blue dust. And
that was really cool.
You put one on this board, it changed the color of the whole room to like whatever they like, the blue, red, or green. So that was super neat, actually.
That was
Holy
super
shit.
dope.
Griffin, Hannah, what is Griffin doing? Hannah just disappeared. I don't know where she walked off to. I thought she was dealing with him. Jesus. Yeah. So escape room was a bust. We did not succeed in passing it. I did prophesy.
It was fun though. We had a good time, but we did not finish it.
It was definitely not a bad use of the hour we were in there.
Yeah, we were in there for an hour. 60 minutes.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad waste at all. Actually, I thought it was a really fun puzzle room too, and it was pretty neat.
It was really well designed and everything. 10 out of 10 experience.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 experience. I really, except for the losing. 9 out of 10 experience. Let's not give it
9 out of 10.
Actually, 8 out of 10. They didn't post our pictures. Those Asian racist.
8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Have they posted any Asian people?
You know what? Go look on that Facebook and tell me if they posted one Asian group, one Asian people. Is Phoenix racist? Is my next Google search.
So far, I've not seen any Asian people.
Wow. That's telling.
Oh, hang on. No, we got one.
Oh, do we got one?
We got one.
But what kind of Asian are they?
Asian person.
Okay, these are both Asians and possibly even even Indian or possibly Bosnian, possibly.
So they just didn't like us. They didn't.
Yeah, they just don't like us. They don't.
Maybe they only post winners. That might be it.
Maybe, but it's a bit fucked. If I lose, I won't at least want a picture out of this fucking thing. Like, they didn't even offer to say, "Hey, do you guys want to take a picture on your phone?" Normally, people do. But
yeah, I thought that was weird.
Yeah, bit fucked up.
Really fucked up.
At one point during the puzzle, whenever it felt like we were kind of stuck, I was kind of like, "Do you just want to like chill in here? Like, we just rent this room for an hour and just hang out and don't even try to do the puzzle at all." Like,
yeah,
they had pretty good vibes.
We could have like just done a Twitch Sunday in that room.
Oh, we absolutely would have. If they had, I'm telling you right now, the only thing that stopped us is we didn't have a second stool.
Yeah.
They had one stool, and I was like, "Oh hell yeah, this would just be like a really sick episode of Twitch Sunday." Like,
I would love to do that, but it was pretty expensive. The whole escape thing. I'm not sure if it was worth it just to do a podcast episode, but maybe next time.
Maybe next time. Next time we're both in Phoenix for some reason.
We'll go back to that shit infested city, Phoenix, with the no bathrooms, no doors.
The game store. I will say this: the game store I played Final Fantasy at. On my Final Fantasy side of the trip, 12 out of 10. So now you picked me up from the party mansion that the Final Fantasy people rented.
Mm-hmm.
Recap to everybody what you thought of the party mansion.
Oh, it was such a nice place. I pulled up like, surely they can't be staying in this beautiful mansion.
Trading card game nerds here.
Yeah,
that's so first thought.
I pulled up. The place is huge. There's a pool out front. I walk up and there's like freaking 20 doors. I didn't. I was like looking
it felt
through the
like
glass.
going to the movie theater, except with all the doors that you can actually open up and go into.
Yeah, they weren't exits. They were just like regular doors.
Yeah.
So no, it was a really big place.
Yeah, I just keep describing it as a P. Diddy style mansion. It was very, very nice.
It was definitely a P. Diddy style mansion. It was a Puff Daddy type place.
All in all, very, very fun trip. I got to see my boy Nat. We got to hang out for the day. We failed an escape room. Got to see a human pile of shit. It was a good time.
At the very least, it's a good story.
Yeah,
fill the podcast episode with it.
It filled the whole episode up, and I my only regret is that we didn't take more pictures because that is the content. But
we should have taken more pictures.
Son of a bitch! I just enjoy hanging out with my boy. I'm just sitting there having a great time. You're just trying to live in the moment, guys. Not trying to be on your phone the whole time. I hadn't read any of the chat while I was telling all of those stories.
Yeah, let me pull out some good ones.
All right. So
William Hero says more like ASU. That's good.
Okay, that was pretty good. Yeah, accurate. Accurate.
Phoenix does that to show you they're sitting inside with their air set to 68 and laughing.
Dude, it felt like it. I swear to God, it felt like every time I walked up to one of these doors, I'm like, there are some idiots staring on a security camera, looking at me and Nat hit every one of these exit doors, just being like, "No, it's not this one either." Like for like a mile, dude. It was such a huge block. It was so
big.
We were outside for no less than 15 minutes going around this building. I'm not exaggerating.
Luckily, the walk back to the parking lot was much shorter because it was like right by the exit.
I had a pretty good idea. I deduced based on our locations which exit door put us right next to the garage. So, and
in that moment, I was like, we should do an escape room. That's a good deduction by Dylan.
Yeah. Dylan's in the right headspace for escape rooms right now.
Yeah. William Harrow's like really hating on ASU right now.
Explains that they don't know how to unlock doors at ASU. That seems like a school shooter joke. It's pretty dark, William Harold. A big pile of shit that could be anywhere at ASU. Jesus, Harold.
He did say that F16 is his go-to spot. Mine is F11, so no wonder we keep running into each other.
You guys are always in the same row, but just 4 or 5
same
seats
row.
Why don't you guys meet in the middle and do 13 and 14 then?
Because that's not a footrest.
Is it not? Well, F16 and F11 is. Oh, because it's a double footrest, right? Because it's
it's two separate footrests.
Okay, I'm there
now. Nolan wouldn't have used CGI. This has been a whole point of contention.
Oh my God, bro! Can we talk about that for a second?
Let's talk about it.
For the record, we're just opening. We're just airing dirty laundry from the C2A chat, which is not really like dirty laundry, quote unquote. It's
Lucas isn't in the chat anymore, so
that was hilarious.
Yeah. So, for context, Alex has been pretty quiet in the chat for like months now, right?
Every time Jake's like, I might be moving to Virginia, let's hang out. She just doesn't show up.
He's always like, hey, Alex. Alex,
I'm going to move next door. Do you want to go get dinner? And it's just a ghost, right? Like, just not checking. Which, to be fair, Alex is like, I don't do content. Who gives a shit, right? So, anyways, Alex pops. Alex, here's my favorite thing about Alex. And I don't mean this like sarcastically. I genuinely mean this. This is one of my favorite things about Alex. She will come in as if a conversation has been started about something and she's putting her like second or third response to it already, but there is no previous context of this, right? Yeah. And it was immediately like, I just don't think what Nolan is doing and what's saying about CGI is right. Like, and immediately
she's like, he's lying.
My uncle worked on the CGI. I think it was our uncle, right? Like my uncle works on the CGI team and says that's bullshit. And immediately just cracking down onto like the whole like thing, right?
Genuinely, I love that about Alex. And again, not being sarcastic.
Not at all.
Alex, it just entertains me to no end.
It is easily one of my favorite things about Alex. Just goes in confrontational as hell. Like, genuinely, she goes in and it was immediately like, I'm going to say something that I hope somebody says the opposite to. Like,
I don't know if I can read it.
I don't want to get into receipts.
Not.
That was funny when the one it was just randomly like. I like the comment like, hey, we miss you too.
Yeah, I genuinely miss that about Alex.
I really
at work. I'm just checking the chat. I was like, what is going on?
Perfect.
What is this like everyone talking about? And it was just Alex going off on Nolan. Classic Alex.
So Alex says that Paul, because of course Paul fucking takes the bait. Paul goes in there, and I'm convinced Paul does it just to get a rise out of Alex and doesn't actually believe what he says. Even if he does, he doesn't care enough to actually like. It feels like fighting. If anybody read the receipts, they would feel like people are fighting in our chat. But that's just our love language to each other. That's how we communicate to each other.
Exactly.
And Paul was going in and saying, I don't think that's what Nolan meant, as if he understood Nolan's intent better than anybody, for the record. Right? So Alex is like, I disagree. Paul's like, I disagree with you disagreeing. And then effectively just does that for like the next like 12 comments.
There's like screenshots of articles.
Bro, they start writing papers and debating each other, right? Like academically speaking.
On the internet.
And then Paul just like leaves. Just like, it's Oppentime.
Yeah, he's like, well, I'm in the movie for Oppentime.
Sorry, it's Oppentime.
Deuces. And Alex will continue to just keep going, regardless if Paul's there or not either. Like she'll be like, and then also this. Like, Kelsey in the midst of it would chime in a time or two, and I felt like it was just like, nope. And it would just keep being Paul and Alex fighting each other.
It's great. Genuinely, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Alex is probably one of my favorite people in our group. Like, if I could like hang out with someone on like just the two of us, it would probably be Alex, because I feel like she's like perfect mix of Dylan and I know each other very well, so it would kind of be like I can hang out with Dylan every Tuesday if I wanted to.
Yeah.
But Alex is like, it's much more rarer that I get to hang out with her, and I genuinely think that he's like one of the most fascinating people I know.
It's like a rare Pokemon.
Exactly.
Yeah,
shiny.
she is. Yeah,
shiny.
Like,
Rare Pokemon.
it's Alex. I always come back to saying is that like there's just not a missed beat with Alex. Not even just like you talk to Alex and you pick up right where you left off. Not even that. Like if you start a conversation with Alex and you're not on the same page, and sometimes you'll just choose not to because you know it's the funniest way to deal with her. Right. It's just to like stir the pot and fuck with her.
My favorite thing is we'll talk about like a TV show, and then all of a sudden Alex will pop up and be like, H Mart is the greatest place to go for food.
Yeah. She will just
talk about H Mart.
She does. She will just come in and immediately start a whole different conversation as if it had already been a pretense or a context set before, and just be like, boom, here it is. And like, I think she just has, you know what it is about Alex? She has little sister energy. She has that energy where you're just like, I want to fuck with you. I just want to like, even if I know you're right, I'm going to say no just because I know it gets you worked up. And then we're going to go in circles for the next 30 to 45 minutes about this. Mm-hmm. And then halfway into it, I'm going to switch sides and be saying I agreed with you the whole time and start gaslighting you. And then you're going to I'm going to see if you get so opposite of me that you just actually start arguing against the point you started on, you know? Like if I was like, you know, here's my point. She's like, I think blue is the deepest color. And I'm like, I think red's the deepest color. And we'll fight about that for like 20 minutes. I'm like, listen, I agree with, like, I've been telling you the whole time blue is the deepest color. I genuinely think, depending on her mood, she'll be like, red is the deepest color. You're fucking lying. And she will switch sides just to be opposite, right? Like,
no, yeah. This one time when you couldn't like be on a Twitch Tuesday, I think, back when we did on Twitch, back when we were at the height of our powers, it was me and Alex, and I was suggesting that we talk about Studio Ghibli and which Studio Ghibli movie is the best, and I meant to say let's discuss it, but what I actually said was let's debate, and that was a mistake. So I brought it up, and then Alex just goes off on why Spirited Away is the best Ghibli movie, and she has all these points. She said she wrote her dissertation on it. I was like, I made a material mistake. I want to back out of this. You're right. Your Spirited Away is number one.
You get reminded very quickly how this was the host and creator of Schmobates as a show on this channel.
Yeah, it makes sense.
For the record, I will come back to saying, none of what we just described is anything we think of malicious as Alex. We genuinely do love.
I genuinely love Alex.
That's like
all that. Yeah,
that's like.
Oh my god! The funny thing is, and other friends of mine have that trait, and I dislike that in them. With Alex, she's like, I don't know if it's the fact that she doubles down into it or what it is.
Yeah,
but like
it's endearing when Alex does it.
It just makes me
bit. Yeah, I just find it very comfortable with her. I don't know why. It's like fighting and debating with her is like how you communicate to Alex, and I think
genuinely I would not change a thing about how Alex is.
Not a bit.
Not a bit.
It did remind me how much I missed Alex and Lucas in chat, though. And if I'm going to be nostalgic for a minute, I missed when the chat had every single person, and we had just a flood of conversations at all times.
Yeah.
Lucas
was in the chat. He said
that was
imagine rapist. I know. Yeah, he got us.
He got us. And then he just left.
Yeah, and then he left forever ago, I'm sure. So, anyway, that was mine and Nat's adventures in Phoenix. I've tried to convince him several times just to pop on down to Bowling Green. We'd watch like Mission Impossible.
I will at some point. I promise.
Bro, come on down. Bowling Green. You know, I'll treat you right. You got a whole bedroom here, bro.
Right, and
I know you will.
And I'm still waiting for Nashville. You know,
Schmodown Nashville. It's coming any day now, Danny. All right, like.
Yeah, it's like the dragons from the Game of Thrones.
Yes, every time we're currently in season 3 of 9 right now, right? Like, but they're gonna get big eventually.
They're coming. Don't worry about it.
I think a better comparison would be to say like Nashville is like winter, because winter is coming. They hype it up so much, and when it actually happens, it's a huge disappointment.
Yeah, it's like the last 3 episodes of the series actually. Like
yeah.
Ice King.
Mm-hmm. No,
so I am definitely gonna make my way down to Kentucky at some point, but I do have a trip planned to Europe for the first time at the end of next month. So I'm going to Greece for a couple weeks.
Do you actually have that like already booked?
Yeah, it's all booked and it's all set. But so here's the thing: I don't know if you guys have been following the news at all. Didn't Christian announce born on Nashville today?
I'm sure you're memeing us, Harold, but did he?
But there's a small chance that he's not.
But there's always a small chance. I'll take the bait.
We're gonna bring Schmoedown back, but only in Nashville.
It's the only place to do it. Oh wait, that was that was send money to hear a chipmunk. That's maybe the harshest and funniest thing you've ever said, Harold, and I'm very well.
That was great. So anyway, I don't know if you two have been following the news, but apparently there's like people setting fire to Athens.
What?
So they're setting fire, like setting forest fires. So it's like it's like blowing into the city and everything. It's a whole big thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, of course they would do this like right before you go
to Greece.
Yeah.
For the record, I know I asked this and you told me, but just for the stream's sake, why Greece?
Well, the answer is very simple, Dylan. It's because of Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
I did have this.
So I played Assassin's Creed Odyssey from the end of last year until just recently, where I 100% the game. I platinumed it. I did everything there was to do. I was like, damn, I want to go to Greece because I spent like 120 hours on this game.
It seems litty, says Nat, after playing the video game about Greece.
It seems litty. That's what I said.
How hot is it in Greece right now, by the way, Nat? Do you know?
Well, they're starting fires, so I
before the forest fires. Do you know how hot it's been in Greece?
No, I have no idea.
Type in Greece hot 2023. Don't type in hot Greece because that'll give you something different.
It's something different. Oh, first result: global heat wave 2023. Greece faces hottest July in 50 years.
Yeah, dude, it's been the hottest. It's been the hottest it's ever been in Greece, and you're going in peak August.
It's very intentional that I'm going in August because I'm trying to do my vacation and have it before football season so I don't miss a game. So that's the whole thing. This is our year. But so I forgot where I was going with this point, but I had something else to say until I forgot about it.
You're going to Greece, forest fires. It's getting hot.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It's not even my favorite Assassin's Creed. I just that's what I was gonna say. So, initially, I was like, I'm probably gonna go to Italy. Like, Italy has like a lot to do. Or there's a lot to see. Like, no, you know what? Italy was my second choice. First choice was Paris, France, because like everyone wants to go to Paris.
Yeah, everybody bangs.
That's the biggest, probably the most touristy town in Europe. And then I changed my mind. I was like, Italy has like a lot more cities. You can go to Florence, you can go to Venice, you can go to Rome, all that. I was like, what if I just go to Greece? Yeah, I'm gonna go to Greece and then check out Greece. So it was like, I don't want to go to like the most popular one. So I just like Greece is right there in the middle where it's not too obscure and not too like tourist.
Greece has slowly become a very, very popular tourism place, though. I've heard that it's like become like secretly it's been like #1 tourist spot since like COVID or something like that.
Oh, has it?
Yeah, like a friend of mine was just telling me this the other day that Greece, because it's like very affordable, has a lot of good sites. Like apparently Greece became wildly popular as a tourism spot.
What?
I would imagine it's less popular than.
I want to go to Greece. You know, Catherine and Nathan are thinking about going to Greece.
Yeah, because it's a very popular tourist spot.
Because it's beautiful.
It's also very hot.
Yeah, well.
But that brings up a good point. William here in the chat, even with the fires, it's colder in Phoenix.
Facts. Oh my god, dude. 123 degrees is because you left it in here.
Why would you go somewhere where it's hot when you can go somewhere where it's cold?
Don't talk off screen. Be on screen if you're going to be talking.
No, I don't want to talk on screen.
Oh my god.
I'm getting ready to go to bed.
Okay. Well, go to bed.
Okay.
Love you.
Love you too.
Okay. Yeah, so Nat's going to Greece because he played Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
When?
Greece is popular. Now, what dates are you in Greece?
August 21st until like August 31st.
Wow, you're literally there during my birthday. How selfish.
Is it your birthday? Oh shit, I'm sorry.
August 25th, bro. You know that.
I wish you a happy birthday
and my birthday. When's my birthday?
It's also in August. I know that for sure.
It is.
But I feel like it's like August 5th.
It's not August 1st.
Right?
It's second or something, right?
August 1st. Yep.
It is August 1st.
Damn.
No, it is. You and my friends have the same birthday. Yeah. I was like, I remember thinking that's why I second guessed it though, Danny, is because I was like, no, my friend has the same birthday. I
knew for sure it was the beginning of August, and I knew for sure it was started with an F.
Yeah,
like
Leo.
I remember he's a Leo.
I know it's Leo season right now.
I remember.
Yeah, I know. Toxic Leo.
Toxic Leo. Sorry, I'm just a toxic Virgo, right on the cusp, right at the end, 25th.
Virgos are serial killers.
Yeah, we are. Anyway, guys, Virgos are serial killers. Leos are toxic. Nat's going to Greece. If any of you guys are in Portland or in the Portland area, on the around August 18th or so, come say hi. Me and Hannah will be in town. We'll be trying your finest strip clubs and brew beverages. Apparently, Portland is nothing but strip clubs that are restaurants. That sounded neat.
If anyone in the chat,
they have like bikini drive-throughs for Starbucks.
Oh yeah, Northwest has those stripper bikini barista stuff, right?
Yeah.
Which I remember thinking is a really weird idea. Like baristas and scalding hot coffee sounds like
I don't understand. I don't get it.
Weird combination.
Yeah.
I feel like that shouldn't be a thing.
You want to go see some stripper baristas? Like they're like.
I keep forgetting that we're going to Portland. I'm not gonna lie.
You need to put your time in for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, it's literally like 3 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so we're going to Portland here in like 3 weeks. So if you're in the Portland area, give us a shout out. We'll meet up. I'm not wearing my pineapple shirt. No swinging. That's why my wife will be with me. We don't do that. I do wear the pineapple shirt when I'm wearing with any of my friends though, because it's funny. I like the miscommunication. Anyway, guys, I think it's gonna be our show. We're showing solidarity.
It's gonna be our show. Let me just raid someone real quick.
Let's see.
Who we're gonna raid?
If I'm gonna be seeing some Fall Out Boy and Bring Me the Horizon. So.
Oh yeah, Danny. What? Real quick, because you haven't had a chance to do this segment on our show yet. What is some new music or music from old bands who have been putting out new stuff that you recommend right now? Who's your music band?
What are you listening to?
Yeah,
but I have not been. This is the one time I have not been listening to a lot of music.
What's your album of the year?
Yeah, that's a good one.
My album of the year?
Ooh, that's a good question for us to round out because I want to look at this real quick and double check.
He's like 12 hours of airplane noise.
Probably.
I've actually gotten like really.
Okay, let me find a new. Let me think about a song.
We're only in August, but no, I'm looking. Nat, do you have an answer for this?
Yeah, so my album of the year so far is Blonde Shell by Blonde Shell. It's really good, super short album. I recommend it. It's indie rock. Also, shout out to the Boy Genius album too. That's really good.
Yeah,
that's my answer.
I'm probably okay. I think I know it.
You know what? I saw Yellow Card. Does anyone remember Yellow Card?
Yeah, we remembered Yellow Card. Yeah, how was Yellow Card, by the way?
Like 2 weeks ago, and that was the concert I took a picture of.
Right.
I went to New York City in the rooftop bar.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yes, I saw Yellow Card, and they released an EP on Friday.
Oh, sick! Yeah,
it features Dashboard Confessionals.
Yellow Card was still real. I mean, were they still really good live? I've seen them at Warped Tour, and they were great there.
They were pretty good, actually.
Yeah, very energetic on stage. Good stage presence.
Yes, anything with a violin, pretty good.
Yeah.
Are they the ones who do like the on the corner of Ocean?
Yeah,
that's
totally them. That's the one song out there.
Yeah. Whoa, no.
It was the 20th anniversary of that album. That's what it was for.
Yeah, that album was. Oh, that would have been a good concert then if they're playing that album all the way through.
Yeah, they did.
Because Way Away is also. I still think Way Away got on.
Way Away was on a Madden.
Yeah.
Mm. Paul's album of the year is is Jazz by Queen from 1978.
Yeah, that's always
accurate.
True. I don't know if I have like an album straight up, guys. I
don't have an album. I have to think.
Can I say one for you?
You can say one for me, and I'll say my single. The pick
Pink Tape by Lil Uzi Vert. That's your album of the year.
No, yeah, that's definitely Dylan's.
Love to see it. No, if I had to say my song of the year, it's probably between Idol by Yoasobi, also known as the Oshinoko theme song.
Mm-hmm.
If you know, you know. That one's a banger. Go look that one up. And what's the other anime song we were just talking about the other day?
Oh, the spider one?
Yeah, I forgot about that one. That one
One
right
Demon Slayer.
No, the So I'm a Spider, So What? Or yeah, so there's an anime called Yeah, I'm a Spider, So What? And it's a typical isekai where a person gets reincarnated as a spider. But the theme song, it's like the outro song, is like brutal. Like it's super heavy.
It goes so hard.
So if you're wanting to know what that is, just type in Spider So What into Spotify. You'll see this. I'm gonna see if I can find the English version of it. But you should absolutely go listen to it for anybody paying attention. No, I can't share it. Never mind. Anyway, Spider So What? You'll see a pink background with a spider. You should watch that. Or listen to Idol by Oshinoko. That song, fucking bangers. Both of them. Bangerinos. So, Japanese music. Anyway, guys, that's our show. Griffin's barking. I'm louder. And we're going to go ahead and raid Sasha Grey.
So I was gonna bring that up. We actually can't raid anyone because I'm not logged into our channel account. So we're not gonna be doing that. I was gonna raid Chris Adams, but we're not gonna be doing that. Also, song of the year is Dogtooth by Tyler the Creator. So I'm gonna.
No, it's not. That sucks so bad.
It's so good. It's so good. Everybody, we'll see you next Tuesday.